Christmas, the season of joy, togetherness, and goodwill towards all. But let me tell you something. There's a rule to surviving the holidays that no one ever writes on festive cards or stitches onto cheerful sweaters. Always be nice to Grandma. Shall we begin? It was Christmas Eve at the old family home, where Granny had labored through ribbon and foam. She cooked and she cleaned, she hung every light, but her family's grumbles made nothing feel right. "The turkey's too dry," said the dad with a sneer. "The tree's crooked too," said the teen with jeer. The youngest one muttered, "Do we need all this fuss?" While Granny sat quiet, her mood turning thus. "You'd think this was easy?" she finally roared. "I've given my all every Christmas I've poured, but you mock and you gripe, and you act like it's wrong. Well, let's see how you fare when this Grandma is gone." She stormed out the door, a hat on her head, her cane tapping sharp on the sidewalk she tread. Into the snowstorm she vanished from sight, her breathing turning to mist on a cold winter's night. The jingling of bells soon pierced through the air, a sound she dismissed, though it raised every hair. Then out of the shadows came antlers and sleigh. A reindeer stampede took Granny's life away. The snow turned crimson, her body laid still, while the sleigh disappeared over a hill. But deep in the snow, something stirred, something wrong. The magic of Christmas must have lingered too long. Her fingers twisted first, then her body arose, with a glow in her eyes and a twitch in her toes. She shuffled and groaned, but her heart was still true. Revenge was the gift Granny now planned to pursue. The house buzzed with noise, the same old refrain. The family still griped with their usual disdain. "The stuffing's too bland," said the dad with a sneer, while the kids fought for Wi-Fi and chugged some root beer. Then came the front door, creaking slow as it spread, and in shuffled Granny, pale-faced and half-dead. Her hair was in tangles, her clothes ripped and torn, yet no one took notice, just scolded with scorn. "Nice of you to join us," the dad muttered low. "Had enough of your tantrum out there in the snow?" Granny said nothing, her gaze cold and flat, until with a lunge, she bit him right where he sat. The room fell to chaos, the screams filled the halls, as Dad hit the ground with a series of thralls. His skin turned gray, his eyes glowed with dread, and soon he was standing, a zombie, undead. The others all panicked, their instincts to flee, but Granny was faster, her bite came with glee. One by one, the entire family fell to her sway, and soon the whole family had turned zombie gray. The family now shambled, undead and grotesque. Their movements were jerky, and their faces a mess. But Christmas was calling, and Granny declared, "It's time to go out, our cheer must be shared." From outside the house came a sweet melody, a group of young carolers singing by a tree. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, they sang, unaware of the doom that behind them now sprang. Granny creaked open the door with a grin. Her zombie brood stumbled and spilled from within. The carolers froze, their song turned to screams, as Granny's horde struck like a nightmare from dreams. One by one the singers fell to the bite, their voices now twisted, their eyes lost to light. But their song didn't stop, it just took a dark turn, with broken off lyrics and a guttural churn. Now in the streets the horde staggered forth, their moans and their groans echoing north. From house to house they roam with delight, spreading their plague on that cold winter night. A party of neighbors was Granny's next feast. With tinsel and eggnog they fled from the beast. But one by one they were taken away, their laughter replaced by a zombified sway. A mall Santa next met the horde at his throne. With kids running screaming, he stood there alone. He grabbed a candy cane, wielded it strong, but soon he was part of the dead marching on. Through the town square they spread with no end, twisting old carols to nightmares they'd send. The Christmas lights flickered, the tree stood in dread, as the town's festive spirit was turned to undead. But it didn't stop there. Granny's infection spread far beyond that little house, beyond the carolers, the neighbors, and even the town itself. It kept growing like Christmas itself. Unstoppable, undeniable. And here's the bitter irony. All Granny ever wanted was for people to get along, but no one listened. Not her family, not her town. They let the noise and glitter of commercial Christmas drown out all of the things that really mattered. And now it costs them everything. Which brings us to you. Do you enjoy watching bad people get punished? Well, that's what Creepmas is all about. Consider joining us on Patreon or check out our eBay listings, all in the pinned comment.
Hey, that never happened! What? What do you mean that never happened? That never happened! You say that one more time, and I'll punch you in the face! What? Is that supposed to scare me? Go on! Shoot me! No ball! Ah! Thanks for watching, Horror Fam. And don't forget to leave us a like and comment. And please make sure you're subscribed. We keep losing subscribers, and a few people have recently told me they're being unsubscribed without them knowing about it. Until next time, stay safe, stay spooky, and most importantly, take good care of yourself. I said shut up!